Hello everyone, I'm back and I'm going to start with the second layer. And I looked at the geode and I thought it's missing something. It's not in balance. So I'm trying to fix that in this layer. So I start with some red because I like that on the outside. So a small line of red along the outer barrier of this geode. And this geode has a lot of parts that I like, but also some parts that I don't like. And I want to cover the parts that I don't like up with some colors that I like. So that's what I also want to do in this layer. So a very small line of red. That's the red of Resion, the new paste. I also added some more fireglass, the black, and now I'm pouring some clear resin on top of it to make sure that it stays in place. Yes, and now I'm adding more glitter. I think it needs a little bit more glitter in the red part. So a very small line on top of the red I already placed there. A very small glitter line. So that it can blend into each other. Again, all the materials I'm using are in this video, but also you can find them in the description box below. Yes, and I thought it is missing some yellow, so I'm adding some yellow to make it more brighter. And it's a very nice yellow, also from Resion. Very bright color. So all the way around the inner barrier I'm putting some yellow. Very small line. Because I don't want it too much, only a little bit. Also against the fireglass. And on top of the yellow and against it, the orange. And that's the Saffron. Saffron, I don't know if you say it that way in English, but it's from Just Resin. Very nice color, very sparkly. So I'm trying to let those two colors bleed into each other, what you also see in the middle part. I like that very much. So I want to have that also around the inner barrier. Very small line, not too much. And then on top of that again the yellow. A little bit more orange on the outside of this line. And now I'm putting some white on top, not too much. And that's also the white of just resin. A little bit to make it even more brighter. And then later when I give it some heat, I'm hoping that I get the same effect as I have in the middle part. So I'm heating it to make it a little bit more liquid, not too much, because I don't want to spread it too much to the sides. Now I'm adding some clear against the line so that it can flow into the clear, to make it a little bit more wider, the line. Not too much because I don't want to have it spread too much to the sides, but it needs to be a little bit wider. The middle part I don't do anything about because I like that part, so only clear on top of that. And with my stirring stick I'm pushing the clear to all the places that it needs to be. And you already see that the yellow line is spreading a little bit. It gets wider. So that's what I was hoping for. Because also in that part there were areas that I didn't like that much. More clear around it. What I also want to say is that I want to thank all the new subscribers. I appreciate it a lot that you take the time to watch my videos. Also the people that already subscribe to my channel. I can tell you how grateful I am that you watch my videos. The only thing I want to do is share how I make my videos, how I make my paintings, and so that we can learn from each other. So a little bit of heat, because I put down some clear and I want it to be a little bit more liquid so that it can spread. And the yellow orange line is getting a little bit wider. That's what I wanted. What I'm now adding is the copper of Resi-Tint Plus. It's also from Eli Gam. And I wanted to bleed into the red what I put on first in this video. So all the way around the outer barrier I'm putting a very thin copper line. Also on top of the glitter line I already put on in the beginning of this video. And then I'm heating it up to blend all those colors. Also for the air bubbles. Yes, and I'm very happy with the yellow, orange, white line. But because it pops out of the geode. I don't know if you know what I mean, but now I'm filling in the gaps with clear resin. And this is only the second layer, so when I'm done with this layer and it's dry, I look at it again, and then I will think about what I do in the third layer. The geode is already a little bit more in balance, not totally, because there are still some parts that I want to cover up, but I like it more than I had in the first layer. So I'm using the torch for the air bubbles. With the torch you can easily pop all those bubbles, those air bubbles. That's why I'm using it. Fixing up the sides. Also at the end of this video, again a video of some hours later, if it changed or not. So if you want to see that, then you need to wait. Again I'm using the torch to get all the air bubbles out of it. So I'm done, and now we go to the close-up video. So this is 8 hours later, and yeah, I'm really happy how it looks now. The yellow line, I like it a lot, and there will be a third layer, because there are still some parts that I don't like. But It's much better than the first layer. So there you see all the sparkle and the copper line. Also the copper line I added in this video, you see, much better. Yeah, there's a lot of depth, but yeah, what I already told you in previous videos, that you can't see it in the video, but yeah, there's a lot of depth in it. What I also going to add for this geode is more crystals, but then in the pots where the fire glass is, around the inner barrier, there are pointy crystals that point to the inside. So I need to think about how I would attach them. But yeah, that's for later. So a little bit closer. There are the glitter lines, the copper lines, the yellow and the orange, very nice. Sparkles a lot. And the yellow line is, it looks that it floats on top, I like that. Very nice part there, the copper. There you can see that the yellow, it looks like it's on top. It floats on top. Very nice. So I want to thank you all for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. And if you have comments or questions, please place it under the video, then I will get back to you. You can also find me on Facebook under the name Just Paint. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!